need to get a new song. I think we've used this background song long enough, as well as, oh no, that doesn't want to start. Okay, well, let's manually go here, I guess. I've got a Stream Deck. It's a macro thing. So what you do is you put, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there. So if I push something, it automatically goes to a different scene while we're doing this thing. But unfortunately, I just didn't want to do that for right now. I don't know why. So I can do it manually, but luckily we're not bouncing through a lot of different screens while we're doing this particular thing. Hello, everyone. How you doing? You might notice that I'm not wearing a red shirt today. I'm wearing a yellow shirt. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. What it really means is that I have not done my laundry, which I will probably be doing sometime tonight. Although for some reason, this shirt is itching me right here. I don't know if you can see this little red mark right there. I don't know why that is. I don't feel anything right there, so I'm just going to kind of move my shirt a little bit. So if you do see me go like this every once in a while, it's not a nervous tick. It's just because it's a little itchy right there. Not sure why. Don't know. Anyway, we are starting a brand new game. This game is probably only going to last the weekend, so probably today, the 21st, and tomorrow, the 22nd. Probably how long it's going to last. I don't anticipate us finishing it today. I think it's probably going to take us 2 days to finish this. This is a different type of game that you have not seen on this channel. You have seen some spoopy games like Alien Isolation. You've seen some narrative-based games like Batman, the Telltale series. And, of course, we've just finished up a visual novel, which is very narrative-based, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This is an FMV game. Full motion video game. What does that mean? That means there is no... Zoe, what's going on? How's it going? Good to see you. So this is an FMV game. FMV is short for full motion video. This is a game, but it is not done with computer graphics. This is entirely filmed, like a TV show or a movie, something like that. But it is still a game, as you'll see. This game is called Contradiction, Spot the Liar. It is a murder mystery. There's a bit of a small little prologue in which we explain that we are playing as a inspector detective. I think that's what they call it in Britain. Zoe would know, definitely for sure. But we're going to this small little council town, and there's been a bit of a murder, and it is up to us to figure out who done it. So, and that's pretty much all we need to know right going off the bat. Sounds fun. It is a lot of fun. I played this, I think I played this when it first came out back in like 2015. So this is another one of those games where I have played before, but it's been so long since I played it that I don't really remember much of like, what exactly I have to do, that kind of thing. You do have to kind of, you have to like find evidence, and that'll lead you toward asking new questions, which will lead you toward new evidence, which will kind of like branch you out. So now, okay, now I can go over here, I can go over there. You'll see how it works. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely something that's very watchable if you're not watching live. If you just want to, if you can't watch live, which you're probably not if you're watching this on the YouTube, then you're not in the stream right now. But it's definitely something you can rewatch again and again to your heart's content. Let me just try and see if I can... Nope. For some reason, my Stream Deck doesn't want Stream Deck. Oh, wait a minute. Is that because I didn't turn it on? Is that why? Is that the only reason why? Let's see if it's going to do it now. Nope, not going to do it now. Okay. Well, fine. Then we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way by manually clicking over to this thing right here. What is that right there? Is that my green screen? Oh, look at that. It's my green screen. There we go. You saw the very edge of my green screen right there. I also realized that I'm going to have to turn on game capture. I'm going to have to tell it to capture Contradiction because we were playing Phoenix Wright, and I noticed that the game does not automatically go to full screen. I have run this to make sure that it's going to run, and it did run when I turned it on. So everything should be, as they say, hunky-dory. So I know you can't see it, but it is loading right now. Hopefully you're hearing some lapping sounds and some There we go. Okay. So let's see here. Go full screen. There we go. Holy Lord, that is loud. Hold on. I'm gonna... It was scary when my head disappeared. Oh, really? Oh, like that? Oh. Yeah, it's just a green screen, that's all. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit on my end because, wow, that's loud. That is really loud. Let me know if I'm going to make sure I turn subtitles on. All right, now I'm going to make sure that it captures the game. Capture specific window. No, we're not playing Skyrim. We are indeed playing Contradiction. Alright, so let's give it a second here. Let's see if it captures it. Sometimes it doesn't capture. Sometimes you have to really, you've got to fiddle with it and get it to work. Like right now, where it does not want to capture it. Okay, hold on. There are other ways that we can do this, so let's not don't freak out. There's more resource-intensive ways to do this. All right, then we will go with window capture. Look at that. There we go. See, we're gonna make it work. Now, it's not the best way to do it, but it should work just fine for what we need to do. Let me go ahead and just reconfigure this because I have a feeling this is... Oh, is this gonna be big enough? I also don't know if I'm in the right place or not. If I end up like covering up something or whatever, I may move myself because I haven't played this in a while. I just wanted to... I turned it on just to make sure that it worked, and it worked, but I haven't gotten any farther. But anyways, you can see Contradiction right here. Use the in-game arrows to move around along the inventory, map tips, and home icons. Cheats are found by selecting unsolved clues in the list below. We are not using cheats. We do not need to cheat to beat this game. So anyway, let's watch the intro, and then I'll actually give you some case background info and instructions. But anyway, let's watch the intro so you get an idea of what's going on. Also, it'll...
My name is Jenks. Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder.
Murder.
Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand. Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton Village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighbouring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's time for some answers.
Okay, well, there we go. Lovely, quaint English village? I should say so, yes. I'm glad you know what you're doing with all this clever technical stuff. I mean, yeah, I've having done this for a long time, you learn, like, if this doesn't work, try this. If this doesn't work, try this. And you just keep progressing until you figure out what's going on. All right, so hopefully when we start the game, we're not going to see all that again. But that gives us a good breakthrough of what's going on. Did I say breakthrough? I said breakthrough. Breakdown of what's going on. So let's start the game. And let's see.
My name is Jenks. Detective Inspector
I have a feeling we're going to watch this all over again.
I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student.
Yep, we have already looked at that. Okay, so we already looked at all that. All right, so we're currently at Rebecca's pub. Welcome to Edenton Village. Click the arrows to move around. Now, remember, we have until midnight, apparently, to figure out, to determine if this was a suicide or if it was murder. Welcome to Edenton Village. Click the arrows to move around the village. If you see the magnifying glass, try your investigate button to see Jenks investigate. Okay. Click the inventory icon to see your collected items, which include both physical objects and information Jenks has collected. If you're at a location where you think you can use a physical item, try the use icon. Try the use icon. Okay. All right. That is return to the main menu. That is show tips. That is the show the map. And that is show inventory. And this is toggle between mouse control and keyboard control. I think we're going to use mouse control. I think mouse control is going to be a heck of a lot easier. So I think we said that the first person we wanted to talk to was the boyfriend. I don't know which direction we need to go, though. Can we look at the map to see? I'm sure we're going to know where everything is going forward. Paul and Ryan around live here. Simon and Emma, so we got to head to the right. We got to go up this way. All right. Also, the body was found right there, too, so we're going to probably have to check that out as well. All right, so we got to head, go right up North Lane. And let's see. Oh, a little flag right there. I think Zoe would appreciate that. Is it go right along Woods Lane or continue along the path? I think it's go right along Woods Lane. Is that going to take us to where we need to go here? Eden Lodge. Okay, yeah, that's where we need to go here. Knock for Simon, yes. For driving, make sure you're on the correct side of the road. You mean the right side? The right side? Anyway, let's knock for Simon.
Is it Simon?
Yeah.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Zoe, do detectives wear hats?
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Simon first, if that's okay.
Just come through. Is it okay in here?
Oh, this'll be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
All right, so you first interview. First, pick an item you want to ask about, then click Ask to see Jenks ask about it. Makes sense? When you've heard the reply, you'll see a summary of what was said in the box at the bottom. Okay. So contradictions will appear here and here. So I think what we need to do is, it's a bit almost like Phoenix Wright. We need to point out contradictions in things that they've said. Okay. I guess he is dressed appropriately for a DI. Okay. Simon said blah, blah, blah. He also said blah, blah. And he said blah, blah, de blah. Blah, blah, de blah. Let's see. First pick a name you want to ask about, then click ask. Okay, so let's see. Clicking any item you've already asked about shows the summary of replies beneath. Now click any reply to add it to the contradiction box on the right. You can add 2 replies at a time. So Simon said he last saw Kate on Friday during an Atlas meeting. Now you can start looking for contradictions. Find 2 contradictory replies and add them to the contradiction box. If they go green, sit back and watch Jenks interrogate your interviewee. All right. So I guess we're going to... Jenks hasn't asked Simon about this yet. Select to ask what he knows. Okay, ask about this item. So Kate's driving license was found on the back of the lake near Kate's body with a piece of tape attached. So, Zoe, am I assuming that driver's licenses aren't going to look like this anymore because of Brexit? Because I believe that's an EU symbol right there with the UK in there. So I guess it's all gonna. I suppose at this point, do they all look different? Are they all been changed around? Anyway, let's ask about the driver's license.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No. No, I don't think so. Never seen it before.
Doesn't know anything about the license. Let's ask about Kate Vine's death.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any emotional problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
Well, it's just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see. Last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting last Friday. Only known Kate for 3 months. Didn't socialize with Kate outside Atlas. Kate often seemed drunk at Atlas. Okay. Let's see. I guess we could go visit Emma, because I don't see any contradictions right there. That doesn't seem to make sense.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Don't worry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
Let's ask about the driver's license.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Doesn't think Kate had lost her driver's license. Kate Vine's death.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild.
Wild? What way wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, you know. Have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
Kate had a drink problem.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, you know, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
Last saw Kate at the college library on Thursday. Kate appeared her usual self. What does that mean? Kate was argumentative at college. Kate had a drink problem. Didn't see Kate very often. Okay. I don't think there's anything we can...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything new that we can ask about right here. Yeah, okay, that just... Okay, yeah, that just does that. All right, let's just exit.
Be back later on, if that's okay. Best to
Click.
knock on the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
Okay, interesting. All right. Let's see. Return to Woods Lane. I guess we'll start looking at some stuff here. Okay, let's continue ahead into the woods. We can check out where the body is. It's a path to the left, path to the right. Path to the left is where the body was found, so let's do that. Go to the jetty, I assume is what we're going for. Oh, look, there's some people there. Are they fishing? I can't click on them, so I don't really know what they're doing. I see them moving, though, so that's interesting. I don't know how long this loops, but that's very interesting. We can investigate.
Looks like a piece of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in.
Ooh, okay. So we're going to need something to get that piece of jewelry out. So when we get something that we can do that with, let's remind ourselves to go back here. Go right into the woods. Guess we'll continue on this way. Go right into the clearing. What's in the clearing? Nothing. Nothing's in the clearing. Head right toward Atlas. Sure, let's head toward Atlas. Why not? Enter Atlas grounds. The Rosenbaum estate. Okay. Let's enter the building. Let's not enter the building.
Back later, I think.
Go back through the woods. Go ahead into the woods. Very interesting way to get to an estate. Like there's no driveway or normal path. Woods entrance. Continue to the path end. Is there anything at the end here? Doesn't appear to be. Okay. Go left into Woods Lane. Well, now we know what's called Woods Lane. Go ahead to North Road. Go right along the path. Let's head up. Let's just check all the ends here. Oh, something we can see here.
Always nice to randomly find a key on the floor.
Ooh, nice. It's a key. Ooh, what do we get? Oh, did that just tell me the inventory? Click to try using this. Does this work? There's no use for the silver key here. Sorry. Okay. So I guess we can ask people, hey, is this your key? Is this your key? Not your key? Is there more investigating to do? Apparently there is. Improve your spiritual, intellectual, financial life.
Wow.
Join us here every
Isn't
Friday
that interesting?
at 8 p.m. to learn more. Every Friday at 8. Let's go ahead to the village center. Let's go to the pub. Why not? That's what you do in Britain, right? Zoe, everyone goes to the pub. Which is usually the something and the something. Apparently, the pub isn't open. Let's see. Go down behind Brandon House. And there's nothing here to look at. Go left down West Street. Call the chief. Why am I calling the chief? I guess I'll call. Let's see what happens if I call the chief. I don't know. Does that save the game? Wow. The pub probably closed with the pandemic. Now, this game came out in like 2015. Yep, nobody there. Okay. Also, the call box. Holy Lord. Go left down West Street. Apparently, there's nothing to look at right here. I guess we don't need to look at stuff at the moment. What year was this set? He doesn't have a mobile phone? This came out in like 2015 or something like that. Yeah, this came out like about 5 years ago. He should have a mobile device of some kind. So did we find a contradiction already? Well, we could ask about the key. So let's ask about the key. Let's knock for Simon.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, I'd like to... It isn't worth asking Simon about the silver key.
Okay, that's it for now.
Yep.
Thank you.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo. Phone boxes like that in 2015 would be for decoration only. I would think so. Like at this point, yeah. Because look, in America, there might be some. I think at this point, like for example, in New York City, I noticed that they replaced all the well, we don't call them phone boxes. We call them payphones, but they've replaced all the payphone locations with Wi-Fi hotspots. So there's like Wi-Fi all over the place, which I thought was a pretty good idea.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, it is worth asking Emma about the silver key. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
All right. So what is it I have to do here? Oh, there's investigating to be done out here. Hold on.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment. Ah, this might come in handy.
Aha! Look at that. We can use that to wedge out the iconic Red British phone boxes really only kept as tourist attractions. Got it. Okay. So before we talk to them, let's go ahead and go back to the woods. I wonder, can I just like instantly jump to a place? Oh, there we go. That's a lot faster. There we go. Nice. Hold on. Now let's use screwdriver. That should be able to get out that booyah.
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
It's like a little bird of some kind. What kind of bird was this? Broken pendant was retrieved near the lake in the woods. Okay, well, we've got a lot of other things we can now talk to them about. Let's knock for Simon. Hello again.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yes, skibbly bibbly boo. Ask about the unlocked bicycle.
Whose the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
Bike is the only way Simon can get to work. Bike belongs to Simon's cousin. Box of bottles?
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Simon told Jenks about his homebrew, so I guess we gotta talk to whoever James is. We gotta figure that out. Broken pendant.
Recognize this at all?
It does remind me of something. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere, but I don't know.
You no good with recognizing birds? Okay, that's fine. Broken pendant. Vaguely recognizes the necklace. Doesn't know anything about the necklace. Doesn't see James very often. Okay. Let's talk to Emma.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's just ask about this.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Simon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know. I keep telling him to fix it.
Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. So that kind of confirms things. This should confirm.
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
Okay. Bottles belong to Simon. Let's see if she knows about that.
Ever seen this?
Looks like, that's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewellery, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. Oh, I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see.
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
Bird and cage necklace designed in pewter. So we'll have to go back to Simon and see if Simon recognizes that anymore. Let's ask about the homebrew.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
Only drinks wine, hates spirits. Okay, interesting. Did we do all the things here? So let's talk to Simon.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Hibbity-dibbity-doo. So now that we know a little more, let's ask about this.
You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about.
Okay. So to ask about the freedom necklace rather than the pendant. Well, I just did. Just did. Okay, so let's see.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Let's see, is there... Back along this way... I know that he said there was something interesting about that, I guess maybe that's not interesting, otherwise it would have popped up in some place. Go right along the rear path? Oh, okay, that's just where we were. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Head to the village center. So the time hasn't changed, so the pub is still not... I guess the pub probably opens later. I mean, that makes sense. Let's see. Nothing we can do there. We're going to eat, so I won't be typing for a bit. Not a problem, as I'm trying to figure out... I'm assuming this isn't going to work. Because we tried it already. Oh. Chief, hello? Jenks, Chief, it's Jenks. I've questioned Simon... Oh,
Chief, it's Jenks. I've questioned Simon Thompson and Emma Bowman so far. Oh, and I found a pendant by the lake, which turns out to have been Emma's. But Emma gave it to Kate. So, chances are, Kate was wearing it the night she drowned.
What does Thompson know about it?
Simon doesn't seem to know much.
I don't trust Thompson. Then again, I don't trust Emma that much either. Try and get a bit of background on them, you know, usual stuff. When did Emma meet Kate? How long have they known each other? How long has Thompson known her? Give me a call back when you've got some more.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay. Can we just... Poppity-doo right over here? I mean, is there a contradiction already that we can point out? Click to try using this? There's no use for the Freedom Necklace card here. I think there would be. Screwdriver, unlocked bicycle. Drop silver key. That's got to mean something at some point. Show tips? Nah, I don't need no tips. I think we've... Yeah, let's see if there's anything else we can find along the way here. I mean, have we searched everywhere? Further into the woods. We looked at the clearing already. There was nothing in the clearing. Wait, was there a sign right there? Nothing right there. Going up to the lake junction. Assuming there's nothing here. Those two people are still doing whatever the hell it is they're doing right there. I guess fishing? I don't know. Let's see. Into the paths and nothing here. So far, those are the only two people I can talk to, so it seems like they're... To try talking to them some more? Okay, let's...
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
If you don't mind... No. Freedom necklace. Doesn't like beer, only drinks wine and hates spirits. Kate bought lots of new jewelry. Let's see, Kate finds death. Keeps telling Simon to fix the lock. Bottles belong to Simon. Necklace is Emma's, but she gave it to Kate. Necklace is called a freedom necklace. Necklace was an unwanted gift. Okay. No. Let's try popping over here. Let's see. So that wouldn't do anything. That's not going to do now. No matter about that. Oh, hold on.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Hold on. There is a contradiction. But the freedom necklace. So Kate wore the necklace at college, but he's only known Kate for 3 months. So, okay, so that's a contradiction right there. Okay, so Kate wore the necklace at college, but then only known Kate for 3 months.
Aha.
So how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I knew Kate at college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right. So you didn't socialise with her at college?
No.
And you didn't socialise with her outside of Atlas?
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. There we go. 6 p.m. So I guess if...
Simon did know Kate at college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
So I guess when we find a contradiction or we find something to move the storyline, we go to the next hour. Okay, so let's go ahead to the pub. I guess we're... Oh, the pub's open. All right. Press the bell.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an incident in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Thank you.
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally. Not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but sure.
All right, let's start at the top and work our way down. Kate finds death.
Did you know Kate?
Not very well. She came in a few times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7ish.
Was she on her own?
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was that for?
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken glass?
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
Didn't know Kate very well. Last saw Kate in the pub last Friday, approximately 7 p.m. Didn't see who Kate was with. Kate gave Rebecca £20 for a breakage. Kate was very drunk. Driver's license.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
So you didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.
Hasn't seen the license before. Doesn't know if Kate has lost the license. Also, is that a Band-Aid back there? I don't know what that is back there. It is worth asking Rebecca about the silver key. Well, who are you to tell me what to do, game? Do what I want. It's unlikely Rebecca would know about Simon's bike. It is worth asking Rebecca about the screwdriver. Rebecca wouldn't know about the bottles. You should ask about the freedom necklace rather than the pendant. All right, fine. She didn't know her well, but she knew she was a strange girl. That's true. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Is that a contradiction right there? Well, it's not a thing we can say. Didn't know Kate. It said if there was a thing that said Kate was a strange girl, then we could probably put that as a contradiction. But they don't say that. But it is interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. Where were we?
Know anything about Simon Thompson's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew?
Apparently.
No, we do buy from a microbrewery, but we don't usually buy from kitchen breweries.
Okay. Didn't know Simon made homebrew. Buys from a microbrew. Doesn't buy from kitchen breweries. Okay. And then the freedom necklace.
Do you recognize this?
I've seen students wearing them. Has some sort of meaning, doesn't it? I forget what it is now.
Seen anyone wearing one recently?
Not that I can remember.
Hadn't seen anyone wearing one recently. Thinks the necklace has some sort of meaning. Okay. So are there any contradictions here? I don't know. Let's see who Kate was with. Wouldn't know anything about that. Rebecca wouldn't know about the bottles. Didn't know Simon made homebrew. Didn't he say he tried to sell it? Of course, nobody bought it, though, so maybe it says doesn't buy from kitchen breweries.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Go left to the restaurant. The pub restaurant. That's a really eclectic. Is that what a pub restaurant looks like, Zoe? I mean, obviously, I can't say like this is, the typical English pub, but it seems like a slapdash. Like here's some kind of chairs over here and some kind of chairs over there, and blah de blah. Seems kind of it's kind of slapdash right there. I can't quite see what the specials are. But there's nothing here to investigate, so we shall return to the bar. Interesting. So you walk past the bar to get to the restaurants. Okay. So they've got Strongbow, Guinness. I know Strongbow and I know Guinness. I can't tell what this one is. Dark something or other, and then I can't tell what that one is. Maybe Zoe might know. Well, some details are a bit odd. That's true. Some details are a bit odd. Leave the pub. Can we investigate down behind the pub? Let's do some investigating.
A broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
Oh, look at that. That's interesting. The tape that's holding that up is the same tape that I guess it's tape. I thought it was a Band-Aid. See that back there? It's the same kind of tape. That's interesting. Can't imagine they have those big leather armchairs at a dining table. If that was I don't know. I think it was just sort of like a hanging out table in the middle. That seems kind of strange. Enter the outbuilding? Okay. Padlock door, you say? I have a silver key. I got a silver key. Where's the silver key? Oh, snap. All right, here we go. What's in the outhouse? Traditional food. So who wants untraditional food? So there's a thing we can see here. By the way, I'm sure this is completely legal in the UK. You can just, wander into someone's building. Well, that's...
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's?
Weird. Just... Hey, I just found a key in the ground and it opened up this place, so we're just gonna wander on in, whatever happens, happens.
Just looks like junk, but it's too dark to tell.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have a flashlight then at some point, or some kind of light thing that we can... if you had a mobile phone, you could just hold up your phone as a flashlight. It does that. Even in 2015, you could do that. Also, are those leaks? What the hell are those? Dear God. All right, so let's leave the outbuilding. All right, so now we can ask everyone about the mask. We can also ask Rebecca about the broken window, too. Maybe that's the breakage that she was talking about. Oh, interesting. It says George and Dragon Hotel. Can you actually stay there? Is the second floor like a 2-room bed and breakfast or something like that? I hope you had a search warrant. Look, I don't know what you people do in the UK. I mean, apparently you can just wander on in wherever you go. Apparently that's how it works.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Because that was written in the Magna Carta in 1254 with King What's-His-Face III. Yeah, we haven't asked about... Let's talk about the broken pub window first.
How did the window get broken out round the back?
I don't actually know. Someone said 2 girls were arguing outside. I found out after they'd gone.
And when was this?
Last Friday, just after we opened, about 6:30. I taped over it until I can get it fixed. We don't want people getting cut and suing us.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot? Arguments?
No, not really. I'm quite strict when it comes to barring clients I don't think are suitable.
Okay. Window broken, taped over the broken window. Interesting. So she taped over the broken window. Doesn't know. Heard about an argument between 2 girls outside. Okay. Would one of them be Kate? Because apparently the window broken was Friday approximately 6:30. So, and she said that Kate gave Rebecca $20 for a breakage. Last look in the pub last Friday, approximately 7. I have a feeling there's some kind of connection there. I don't think it's a contradiction, but there's got to be a connection sometime. Let's talk about this creepy mask. Do you play dress up? Do you?
Do you know what this is?
Oh, you'll have to ask Ryan about that.
So this is Ryan's.
It's to do with one of Ryan's methods on the course.
Go on.
Well, masks allow you to play at being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
So this would be for a student.
I think that one's Ryan's, but students do wear them, yes.
Thinks the mask is Ryan's. Well, I think Simon should know about this mask too because he took the course. So let's.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's skibbity bobbity boo. Let's get out of here. Let's head over to Simon's. Simon's and Emma's. Emma's and Simon. So we don't think we need to talk to Emma. I think we need to talk to Simon.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
I think we do need to talk to Emma about possibly the argument. But let's see here. Broken pub window.
Do you know anything about a broken window at the pub?
No, I don't really go to the pub very often. I'm not exactly a pub person.
What? Someone from Britain who's not a pub person? I didn't think that was possible. I thought that's what everyone did in small little council villages. They all go to the pub. Claims he hardly ever visits the pub. Okay, doesn't know anything about the broken pub window. Talk about this mask.
Have a look at this. Know anything about that?
I haven't seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really?
Well, you have to say something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And the point is?
Well, it's easier when you have the mask on, isn't it? People are not as afraid to be free about themselves, you know?
What did you find out about Atlas?
Well, it was advertised. Actually, I think I've still got the... This is the advert that was at my college. To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Can I keep that?
Yeah, go for it.
I suppose that might be useful as a conversational starter.
I see. Simon gave Jenks the poster. All right, so let's talk to Emma.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I'm also shocked everyone goes to the pub. That's what I thought. Look, that's how everything works over there. That's what I thought. Broken pub window.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub round the back?
The pub, a broken window at the back. Yeah, I saw it was broken.
When was that?
I was in the pub on Monday with a college friend.
That's a contradiction, isn't it? Because didn't it get broken on Friday? I don't know if that's... broken pub window. No, I guess we can't necessarily do that. Okay, never mind. Anyway, let's ask about the cardboard mask.
Ever seen this before?
Nope, I haven't, sorry. I think I'd have remembered it.
Atlas advertising poster?
What do you know about Atlas?
I know that it's a business course. I went with Simon when he first went, but it wasn't really my thing.
How often did you go?
Just the once.
And you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I'd been to something similar, so decided it wasn't for me.
Something similar? Can we just get rid of that? I guess we just swap things in and out. Okay. Broken pub window. Let's see here. Anything else we can glean from this? I don't think so. All right, so let's see here.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Let's see here. Well, wouldn't... Hold on. It just occurred to me. About the
a few more
breakage.
things, please.
Doesn't know who broke the window, but yet she just said Kate gave Rebecca $20 for a breakage. So that, I think, would that be a contradiction? Aha!
Huh.
Okay.
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't have a breakage.
That's right.
Do you think the payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been, yeah. Could have been Kate, you're probably right, yeah.
But you don't know who she was arguing with.
No, I'm not sure.
I'll ask around.
Not realizing Kate had broken the window. Rebecca really should have worked that out before now. Unless she did. But why would she lie about that?
I don't know. Rebecca told Jenks about the argument in the pub last Friday. So can we talk to...
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Papa-la-doo. All right, so can we go back and talk to Emma about the argument?
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
I gotta tell you, this guy's pretty annoying. You think you just show, okay, ask all the questions we need, and then 15 minutes later, oakley-doo, just have a couple more questions for you.
Did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
But you do visit the pub.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
Knows Rebecca quite well, went to pub after college. But then she also did say that only drinks wine and hates spirits. I mean, I guess you could go to the pub and... Yeah, that's not really a contradiction necessarily. No, that wouldn't be one. No, I don't think there's anything
Thank you.
else
Probably be
there.
back later.
All right, let's do some more. Do some more investigating. Is there anything in the woods now? There's a lot of places you can go that doesn't necessarily have anything. Anything in the jetty again? Nope, just those two doing whatever it is they're doing over there. Can we go to that end right there? Is there anything at this end now? Aha, there is something here. Okay, cool. Oh. Okay.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. Let's just go in. I'm investigating a death in the village, Kate Vine. There was a death recently
Hello, I knew her.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
A bit dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse.
And what's your name?
Okay. Well, that farmhouse is that Abbey Farm. There's a farm in this village? Oh, this whole back thing is a farm. Oh, okay. So never mind. So it is actually a pretty decent-sized farm. Okay. Is So I was like, what farmhouse? Oh, this big green part right here. Okay, well, let's just pop back over right there then. Except we can't apparently go to it then. Okay.
According to the map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
Oh, okay. I would not guess that there's a whole farm back there, but okay. Let's go over to Abbey Farm. Can we do some investigating first? Can we see some things? Go up the steps. Let's try and see what we can see first before we go ahead. Nothing to see here. Looks like there's a tractor back there and whatever that thing is. Was he the guy Simon tried to sell beer to? I think so. Yeah, I think it was the guy who had herbs. You know, like the herbs and I guess, was that a hookah? I wasn't sure if that was a hookah or not. Aha, what can we discover here?
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
Picture frames with black painted glass. Okay. I don't know what that has anything to do with anything, but, okay. Anything else we can look at? I guess we're going to ring the doorbell. Please ring the bell. Please is underlined, so he's begging. Please.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please? Didn't take you long. Haven't got much time. Just close the doors, shall I? Where do you want to sit? Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
Snooping without a warrant again? Look,
Why are you
apparently that's
asking
what
me
you
about
people
Kate
do.
Vine?
Routine. You know Simon, don't you? Thompson.
Why, what did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. Is that right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough.
All right, it's stupid without a warrant again. Apparently, you don't need a warrant in the UK. Apparently, if you find something on the ground, you just use it and just go right on in. Like, don't mind me. All right, let's start at the top and work our way down here.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Can't remember.
How did you know her?
Through Simon. His girlfriend was mates with her. Saw her around college a few times.
Did you socialise with her much?
Nah. She wasn't my type.
Can't remember the last time you saw Kate. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. Okay. Didn't socialize with her. Okay.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No idea.
I think we need to worry about asking about the silver key. We're kind of done with that. Bicycle?
What do you know about Simon's bike?
What bike?
You haven't seen him on a bike.
I haven't seen him.
When was the last time you saw him?
About a month ago.
Really? That seems strange. It's such a small little village that you've not seen Simon in a month. That just seems kind of weird. Okay. James wouldn't know about the bottles. James wouldn't know about the bottles. How about, you should ask about the freedom necklace. Fine. Homebrew?
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Thompson's tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it.
What was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
Emma Simon's girlfriend? Yeah, that's what I assumed. Did you assume they were just roommates? I guess, yeah. I mean, they could have been roommates, I suppose. Freedom necklace.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
I don't think so.
Doesn't recognize the card or necklace. Broken pub window?
Know anything about a broken window at the pub?
Don't go to the pub.
You've never been to the pub?
Didn't say that. Been to the pub, but not for about 2 months, 3 months.
Right. Hasn't been to the pub for over 2 months, according to him. I'm guessing he's probably not going to know anything about this.
Ever seen this before?
No, should I have?
No, it's okay.
Is that how all police officers are in the UK? Overly dramatic? Like, ever seen this before? What do you know about this? Or that? Interesting. You probably know something about this, I suppose.
Ever seen one of these?
Seen them around college.
What do you know about it?
Not much. It's a business course. Ask Simon, he's on it.
You wouldn't be interested in that sort of thing. And you haven't discussed it with Simon?
Not really. Business doesn't interest me.
Let's see. Has he seen the poster at college? Knows Simon is on the Atlas course. Hasn't discussed the course with Simon. Probably is going to know about the pub argument because he doesn't go to the pub, but I'll ask anyway.
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No.
Didn't think so. This one interests me, though.
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing?
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. Mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
And they make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Black mirrors and hookah pipes. I wonder what else James is into.
I know why I thought Kate was the girlfriend. No, Kate is the friend of Emma. Kate and Emma are friends, but Simon is the boyfriend of Emma. So I've not been interrogated often enough to know. Neither have I. I've only been interrogated, I think, like one time. So I guess at this point we should probably... we could talk to them about the scrying mirrors, I suppose.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Talk to them. Spadoosh. Simon seems kind of weird. Let's talk to Simon.
A few more questions, please.
Let's talk about some photo frames and black scrying mirrors. Or in that case, we're just going to talk about black scrying mirrors.
Ever seen one of these?
Yeah, that's one of James's. He's into like New Age stuff, mysticism, magic spells, that sort of thing. He's nuts, though. I mean, he thinks the government are tracking him or something.
Why would he think that?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Yep, I guess we're going to have to go back and ask him about why he thinks the government is tracking him. Because he's making scrying mirrors. He's hoarding in on big scrying.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
The scrying business wants to get in on his action right there. Wouldn't know anything about that, but he would know about the... Okay.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy.
God,
He was selling them last Friday at the market. There's a market every week type thing. And I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she, into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one, and I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just stare like this, and then you see.
See what?
Sorry. Look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work. Didn't work, so.
Why hasn't anyone offered the DI a cup of tea yet? What kind of British people are they? That's what I thought too. Yeah, why isn't although during the minute, yes, I caught a contradiction while we were. I just remember last Friday, but remember she was saying something about like she went to her parents on Thursday, something like that. I forget where though. She said something about was it Thursday? Where's the thing with the Thursday? Now, if this is public money, there was a Thursday in here somewhere. Last saw on Thursday. No, she went to see her parents on Thursday. There was a parents thing on Thursday. No. I remember. Gave it to Kate. Broken pendant. Simon's homebrew. Freedom necklace. Broken pub window. Nice one. Broken pub window. Cardboard mask. Kate's argument. Yeah, there it is. Went home to see parents. I knew I was right. Went home to see parents Thursday night, but you just said you saw him selling them last Friday. That's wrong. Yes.
Aha.
Yes, I'm getting the hang of it now.
So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
But you said you saw James at the market on Friday.
No, I went to see my parents on Friday night.
What time did you go on Friday?
8 or 9.
And you didn't see Kate at all on Friday?
No.
You're not a very good liar, Emma.
Okay. I saw Kate.
Where?
At the pub we were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me. She just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window?
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things?
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate, but why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
Okay. Well done for spotting that. It popped in the back of my mind. I was like, wait a minute, you just said that it's gonna be Friday. That doesn't make any sense. But there's another thing too. Wait a minute. Wait, this is adding on to it. Oh, wait. Where's the thing here? There's a second thing. Yeah, lent money. Didn't she say that she was always buying stuff with the necklace thing? She was always. Yeah, so Kate bought lots of new jewelry, but then lent money to Kate because Kate needed it. Was it because she bought a lot of jewelry? I don't know, but that seems kind of weird. Like, why would she be out of money if she was buying jewelry? Is that right? Oh, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Boom. Boom.
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewelry and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because,
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
No.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Oh.
Ryan's affair with Kate?
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was wrong?
Yeah.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
I think there wasn't anything new there. Is there anything new there? Is there anything new here? So it's Friday. Emma having the affair, maybe? It might be. Knows Rebecca quite well. Argued with Kate. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over the affair. Tried to persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan. Has never met Ryan. And these are wrong. Has never met. Wait a minute. Wait, did she say that she went to a... Wait, where's the Atlas thing? Went to an Atlas seminar with Simon, but then has never met Ryan. That would make no sense. You would have had to have met him at least once. Right? Let's see if that's right. Okay, no, that's not. Okay, we gotta rewrite that. Emma's never met Ryan, but went to an Atlas seminar. Oh, only went once. It wouldn't really matter either way. Would it be either one? Would it be this one? Oh, look at that! Uh-huh. Look at that. We're on a roll.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
So I think you're right.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn it back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and what?
We gotta go? Okay.
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
Oh, it's on to 7 p.m. Need to catch up on this later?
7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
I guess so. I'll be streaming it tomorrow. I should be, but it's going to be later because there's a Discon 3 division head meeting tomorrow. So probably right after the meeting. It won't be at the normal 1 p.m. time. Wow, we grabbed a lot on that one. It just kept rolling down like crazy. All right, so let's see here. Is there a way to save? I'm just curious. Just because like I said, I'm not going to do this whole thing here. Like, how do I save the game? There we go. I didn't realize I had more than one save game. Huh, how about that? All right, well, let's head on up that way. Anything in... Oh, no, not the other way. No, I want to go back the other way. Go back down. Check and see. Is there anything there now? Aha, there is something here now. Drunky McDrunkerton.
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house.
They killed someone last year?
Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam something? Or sod?
All right.
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Ah, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both in Edenton. I mean, you've got your work cut out, Jexy.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Right, well, good luck with that and see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Woohoo! 2 suicides in 2 years, huh? That's interesting. Liam's death. A student called Liam died last year under similar circumstances to Kate. Was it suicide? I don't know. But perhaps we will find out. All right, so let's make our way through here again. Actually, as long as we're doing this, why don't we just go talk to, see if everyone else knows about Liam before we go talk to this mysterious Ryan Rand. Ring the bell.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Liam's death. Let's ask about that.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
So Liam's here, a different course. James agrees in plant science. Heard about Liam after he killed himself and never met Liam. Okay, well, we don't have anything that contradicts anything there.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Yeah, just pop back on over if you don't mind. Alright, so now maybe we can just continue on our way here. Oh, is there something down here? What the heck's down here? Oh, okay, is there going to be something at some point? I don't know. I guess we can just... I'm afraid if I just continue popping places, we're going to miss something because we've run into things. So I feel like we're just going to have to do it this way. I don't want to miss anything. Especially like, you know... Oh, duh, we were just here. The other way. My bad. Into the woods. Anything on the jetty? Oh, those people are still doing whatever it is they're doing over there. Right into the woods. Anything going on in the clearing now? Yes. What's going on?
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
Wow, what a dick. So was he carving his name in there? What was he doing? Okay. That's actually pretty good for a little knife or something like that. Wow.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye. All right, well, let's... Oh, crap, we were going to talk to them about... Hold on, go back. Totally forgot. We were going to... Up, not that way. To the left. Yeah. We were going to talk to Simon and Emma about Liam. I bet you they would probably know about Liam. Let's do this here. Let's knock.
Here you go. Come on. Cute.
Are you making dinner?
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here?
No. At the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner on his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
Huh, didn't know him that well, but they were trading stuff off. I don't think that shows anything right there. Anyway, let's ask about Liam's death.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Didn't know Liam, but had heard about him. And then as long as we have this.
If I did, this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
I see.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes. Thank you. Probably be back later.
Free to do whatever you want with no guilt? Okay. That pretty much makes you a dick, but okay. Talk to her about this here.
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Didn't know Liam very well.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
Okay, so nothing there. Doesn't recognize the three-finger symbol. Okay, so should...
that's it for the time being. Thank you.
There. Let's see here. Okay, let's pop back. I was debating whether or not to just pop right to Atlas, but no, I would want to go the normal way here. Ah, I did it backward. Go to the right. Go into the woods. There we go. We've checked the jetty already. Further into the woods. Head toward Atlas. I wonder if it's open now. Aha! Now it's open. All right. Nothing to look at here. I guess we'll go into the atrium.
Ryan was interviewed in the lounge, according to the report. That must be his office.
Then let's try the door on the right first. Let's try the reading room. Oh, look, it's Mr. Awesome.
Would you start a session? Do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
I guess we're going to try the lounge door.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions. Is that all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
He doesn't seem thrilled to see us.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
All right, let's start at the beginning and work our way through.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday. Then you came straight back with some of the students. Is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day. Benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Nobody expects that. Last saw Kate in house meeting last Friday. Kate was drunk at the meeting last Friday. First met Kate 3 months ago at Atlas. That seems like it might be something that might be an eventual contradiction. Said Kate enjoyed the course and appeared happy. Had suspected she had any emotional problems. Had suspected any emotional problems. Okay.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Nobody cares about that. How is he going to know about the unlocked bicycle?
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Thinks Simon also drives, but isn't sure. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Wouldn't know anything about the homebrew. That's about the freedom necklace rather than the pendant. Fine.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
The freedom necklace?
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Bird and cage, a symbol used on the course, has never bought a freedom necklace, has seen students wearing one. Has never bought a freedom necklace. Okay. Is he going to know about the pub broken window?
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Told Rebecca to tape over to prevent injury. Okay. Now we're getting into some Atlas stuff.
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course.
He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Okay, well, why are you using it then if you don't use it on the course? That's what I want. That seems awfully sketch. There's some sus right there.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Atlas name picked randomly. Poster designed by an agency. Kate's argument.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the Manor House about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Doesn't know about the argument at the pub. Usually leaves Atlas at 6. Starts preparations for Atlas at 6:30. Okay. Wouldn't know about that. Probably would know about the scrying mirror, I would think.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Used to read about black magic, satanic rituals. Doesn't believe in anything supernatural now. Okay.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed very unfortunate sin?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Had met Liam in the pub.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean exactly.
Wait a minute, didn't Simon just say it's like the three... It's like the three freedoms or whatever?
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Is that everything? Okay, that's everything. Does that mean that are there anything that we can... I don't think there's anything that we can... No, I don't think there's anything that we can look at here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, that's... Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything weird or contradictory. Let's just check some stuff out here. See if anything happens to us. Check the jetty real quick. Nope, just those two still doing whatever the heck it is they're doing over there. Is there any new information? I mean, we learned about... I mean, we did learn that there was a part of the greenhouse that let them grow there. Remember Simon was saying, like, you know, let us grow our own stuff and whatever. Maybe there's something else in the greenhouse. I don't know. I'm going to go this way just to... check. Actually, let's talk to Rebecca real quick about this kind of stuff. As long as we're passing by, we do have some new info. Dingy ding ding ding.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, I'd just like to know about some things right here. Scrying mirror.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is it meant to be black like that?
I think so.
No.
Do you know anything about Liam?
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Let's see. There's a man called Blackstone. He used to let Blackstone play the pub. Didn't know Liam very well. Okay.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why, is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Atlas Freedom phrase.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong...
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
I see. Well, I guess we learned everything.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't see any contradictions there, so let's leave the pub. Let's check out the greenhouse, see if there's... because the greenhouse was mentioned, so... Can we go down behind here where they live? Just as long as we're passing by here. Nope! I guess at some point the garage door is going to be open. Okay. The garage. Can we... check out anything in here now? Is there something new over here?
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Oh, okay. Go further up. Okay, got it. This second green... Boy, okay, so if this is as big as this farm is, because look, you can see the edge of the hedge back there, and you can see there's some tilled earth. This is not a very big farm. I mean, this is almost like subsistence farming, really. What are you really selling? Go into the large greenhouse. Okay. Don't mind me, just detective inspector checking things out. Oh, there's a magnifying glass. What are we discovering here?
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
Okay, I guess we're going to talk to James then. Okay. Yeah, just in looking at it from the background, it doesn't seem to be a very large farm. Almost seems to be like someone's like backyard that they converted into a farm. But okay. But I mean, this looks like a real place, by the way. It doesn't look like some set that they made. So it looks like this is actual like a real village. I'd love to know where they filmed this. Because it seems like they were just like, I mean, unless it's all like stitched together from different places, it just seems interesting that some small village would be like, yeah, sure, just walk up and down all our stuff everywhere and just, yeah, film our house. Sure, absolutely.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'd like to know something about... You're not going to know anything about these, but it'd just to be safe.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
You're a weird one. Probably not, because you've never taken the course.
Ever hear the phrase, free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Okay. And packet of dried leaves. You should know something about that.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Okay. I don't think there's anything contradictory. Well, I guess the only other thing I can think of is that now that we have the packet of dried leaves, we can run around and
Be
talk
back later on, if that's okay.
We can talk to everyone about the packet of dried leaves then. So let's go. Let's head on out and let's see. First thing we'll probably come up with is Rebecca. So let's go talk to Rebecca. Rebecca, don't mind me. I know you're in the middle of actually working, but drop what you're doing. I need to ask you about some dried leaves.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Inkly do. Packet of dried leaves.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure. Okay, that's it for now.
As someone who doesn't use drugs, she sure seems to know an awful lot about that. I find that interesting. All right, then. Let's talk to Simon and Emma about the drugs. Do you know about the drugs, Simon and Emma?
A few more questions, please.
Yes. Okay, so we haven't just recognize the finger symbol. Probably not going to know about the Atlas phrase.
Do you know the phrase free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Well, let's find out when we ask him, but first we need to ask about the drugs.
You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be a good way to, in case we weren't sure. Do you know about Salvia divinorum?
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Except salvia is legal, but would that be something about plants? Would that be a? Nope. Okay, never mind. Because it's legal according to Rebecca. Well, I don't think there's any way to prove that. No, because it's only based on contradictions that she said. Okay.
Thank you.
Simon.
Probably be back later.
Hello, Simon. Tell me about the drugs. Simon's one who told you about that.
Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Leaves could be sage. Hasn't seen the leaves before.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum?
Magic mint. Same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Well, once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Never tried any other hallucinogenic drugs. Okay, so is there really anything? I don't recognize anything.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, now that I know it's Salvia divinorum, we can probably go back and talk to our buddy about what this actually is. See what he has to say about that.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
About Salvia.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that, skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of salvia?
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. That was okay. Wait. Didn't you just say you got a degree in plant science? I know that stuck in my mind. He's like, that's a weird thing to get a degree in. Plant science. Wait, where are you? Where are you, plant science? Where are you, plant science? Cardboard, doesn't recognize. Seen the poster at college. Anything in the photo frame. Wait a minute, you said, there we go, James. Yeah, I knew it. Plant science. Plant science, but doesn't know much about plants. Wait a minute, that's an easy one. That was easy peasy.
So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
Okay.
The only drug he grows. I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
I don't know. Okay, so anything else? I don't think so. Doesn't grow any other... Wait a minute. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Didn't he say that he trades... Didn't Simon say that he gets herbs from him? Traded his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew? I don't know if that's a thing or not, but let's give it a try. What's the worst thing that can happen is we'll just say no. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Trade or durable tea? No, but I think there's could be something there. Or is it just that he trades? Or is it the fact that he grows salvia for his own private use? I don't know. Would that do it? Oh, okay. There we go. I thought there was something there. Which I had a... Okay.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else?
I can't believe I picked that up on that. I was like...
How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
He didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look.
This is getting pretty crazy.
They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know.
What is
Who can make your
Atlas
life
Third
better
Eye?
sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program.
Look, there's
to make
that
them compliant
symbol.
And selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days? Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give it down.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah.
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
I'm assuming Third Eye, because I played like 5 years ago, I don't remember. I'm assuming Third Eye is Atlas. So this Third Eye was like Atlas before they changed it to a business course. Because look, there's a symbol right there. There's that symbol that's on the mask. The truth about Third Eye. Do not join this dangerous cult. Third Eye are grooming and controlling students' minds to make money from wealthy and corrupt businessmen. They pretend to be able to improve your life, but in fact they will rob your identity and use barbaric methods like ECT to wipe your memories and destroy your personality. They are based at Edenton Village Hall. Do not join. Those who attempt to expose them will be killed, like Liam Rogers. Okay. Well,
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Well, we certainly learned a lot right there. Is that going to take us to 8 p.m.? No, not enough to get to 8 p.m. So I guess we could start talking to people about Third Eye now. I mean, if Third Eye was Atlas, Rebecca would probably know, I would assume. All right, let's start going through here. Sorry, Rebecca, can you drop what you're doing real quick? I need to ask you something.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, snickety-doo.
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Okay. No truth to the flyer. James casts spells in the woods? Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Just gonna pop back over if you don't mind. Alright, so I guess we'll go talk to Simon and Emma. I think Simon might know more.
Ask about a few more things,
Maybe
please.
not. Maybe he might, because Simon seems kind of clueless about some things. He's just kind of, yeah, whatever.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? Third Eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
Okay. How about you, Emma?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It's all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens, that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
Okay, so don't believe anything James says.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
All right, then. I guess we're just going to pop back over and... Well, I think Third Eye was Atlas, so I think we're going to go ahead and just check things real quick. Nope, they're still fishing over there in that corner. Into the woods. Anything in the clearing? Head right toward Atlas. Enter Atlas grounds. Go into Atlas. Go into the atrium. What can't even go into the reading room? Okay, well, let's try the lounge door.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
I'm just gonna pop back over. Packet of dried leaves. Let's ask about all this stuff.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Things. Do you know about this drug?
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant, a legal one.
at least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need, as trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
I see. Doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on Atlas premises, but you're drinking right there. I don't think we can... Oh, well. All right, this has got to be... Look, there's that symbol right there from the mask. This has got to be something. Are you gonna... Come on.
What do you know about this?
Come on. Cough it up.
Much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
Oh, look at that. That's an instant contradiction. Doesn't recognize any of the symbols? Why think you're nonsense? Symbol on the mask represents a triple goddess. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. That was easy peasy.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
He is. Is there any other contradiction? It seems like the last time there was like 3 or 4. Doesn't know anything about that. Never came into contact with Third Eye. So is there something that they said that proves that they came into contact with Third Eye? Frankly, I think Third Eye and Atlas are the same thing, but I just need to figure out what that could be. Pendants. Driver's license. No. Simon does ride a bike. Doesn't know anything about bottles. Who cares about Simon's homebrew? That's the real question. The homebrew. That's where the real mystery is. Let's see. Kate's argument. Is there anything that would prove that they would know? Suicide. Freedom phase. Aha! There it is! Phrase invented while based at the village hall. Never came in contact with Third Eye, because it says right there, they are based at Eatonton Village Hall. I bet you that's it. Yes!
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
And that's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
No.
Go on.
Come on.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It's an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. Thought that was an end to it. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down. Buy a new place. rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas.
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector.
Aha! Mobile phones do exist in this universe.
Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
Oh, 8 p.m.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I am investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do know.
What does that mean?
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No, that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, what a...
Well, Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners.
No.
It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye.
I would like to know.
8 o'clock already.
Yeah, I think we'll do this. We'll do this round of interviews, and once we've figured out everything we can figure out, then I think we'll call it, and then we'll play the rest of it. Because we're already at 8 p.m. I think it goes until like 11. I don't think it goes to midnight because it's supposed to be by midnight. So it sounds like we're about halfway through. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this round and then we'll save it and then we'll leap into it tomorrow. Anyway, let's start asking about things here.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Okay.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Okay. Probably not going to know about the bicycle.
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Bottles. Oh, okay. We can ask about the broken pendant. All right.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
I see. Yeah, let's ask him about Simon Thompson's homebrew. Yeah.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No,
asking the real question.
Touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Okay.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
Interesting. It's Alpha Paul and by the broken window of the pub. I would agree.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Okay.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
That can't be right, because Third Eye is Atlas, and they've been going for a little while now, but I don't have anything to necessarily contradict that. Unless we get to the thing, it's like, I don't know what Third Eye is.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
Photo frame. Scrying? Maybe. Seems kind of creepy.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
Liam's death.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk?
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey, not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
All right, there's a definitely contradiction there. Liam had been drinking all night at the seminar, but didn't Ryan say that he doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on the premise because of insurance purposes? I don't know if we can. How can we contradict that? There's got to be a way to contradict that. Would it be? How do we infiltrate a lot. Where do I go to do that? Well, let's just continue going through and let's see if he says something that says that drugs or alcohol aren't allowed, and then we can contradict him on that, because that's got to be a contradiction.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
Okay. Well, that's, You know, I noticed that the last name is Rand. I wonder if they took the ideas from Ayn Rand, because this is some real objectivist Ayn Rand kind of stuff here. Free to be free. Do you know about the drugs?
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I am.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Wyatt. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs around.
Aha, there it is.
We like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
There's the contradiction we need. Atlas doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on the site, but Liam was drinking whiskey and lemonade on the premises. But let's talk about the third eye flyer, and then we'll have everything.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Oh. These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Yes,
the suicide. Eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills?
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Is that a reference to like chips, like fish and chips, that kind of thing? Is that what the UK calls fast food places? Chippies? Interesting. Anyway, so I think so. We have everything we need. So now we just need to go. Alice doesn't allow alcohol drugs on the site. And then where's the part where he was drinking? Liam had been drinking while at the seminar. BS.
Aha. So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
All right, so I guess that's everything that I can't think. Is there anything else that we can catch him on? I mean, that was the big one that I saw. I didn't see Liam after the chorus. Liam's death. Third eye. Liam's death was unavoidable. Third eye. Paul's idea. Even though Ryan is saying that Paul, his dad, doesn't have any imagination, apparently the whole thing was Paul's idea. Okay. Of course. I don't think they're... I'm not thinking there's anything else we can... Clearly Simon's homebrew is going to be the real thing that's going to break this case wide open. No, I don't think there's anything else.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Inkly dinkly doo. So I guess we're going to go to Atlas.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Okay, well, good to know. Actually, I'm just curious. Can we... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted.
Questions, please?
No more questions. Sorry, I didn't realize we were... No.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Sorry to waste your time. I was just curious if the garage door is open, and then we'll call it. Head right back to the center? Oh, my gosh, so we can just go straight there? Oh, okay, that's what they meant. Hold on, I just want to go down behind. I just want to check and see if the garage door is open now. Oh, okay. Well, there's a car there. It looks like an Audi TT. The license plate says random. Oh, it'll be R-E-N-D-M. Okay, so Rand. Okay, but that's an M. Okay, so there's Ryan. There's Paul. Who is M? That's what I want to know. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the main menu. And we will save the game. I didn't know there was a save game too. That's kind of strange. So we'll save the game and exit. Current game saved locally. Come back soon. I think I will. Well, we're gonna go ahead. Well, this is getting interesting. The lucky thing is that, like I said, I played this like 5 years ago. I don't really remember. I don't even remember who did it, to be honest with you. But it's good that I've played such a long time ago because I don't really remember any of this. So good thing for me. Although I did take me a little bit to pick up on the right. I got to remember everything and connect the things. So anyway, we're gonna continue this tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure when. I'm gonna say sometime. I'm gonna schedule it for 2:30. There is a division head meeting tomorrow, and it takes place at 1. So obviously we're not going to be starting at 1 our normal time tomorrow. But as soon as the meeting's over, I'm going to go ahead and start. So I'm guessing 2:30. I don't know how long the meeting's going to be. We've been trying to make the meetings a little bit shorter. It could possibly be that we're actually done before 2:30. I don't know. But I know there's a couple interesting things that are going to be popping up that are going to be very important going forward. So I think there might be some discussion, so it might last till 2:30. I'm going to put it at 2:30, but don't be shocked if I'm late. If I am late, I will pop into the chat that's on there and let you guys know, like, hey, we're running a little behind. I'll start when I can. And then we'll just start. We'll just continue on until the end. So if it's anything, we're about halfway through. That took about 2.5, 3 hours. So I'm assuming it'll take about another 2.5, 3 hours, I'm guessing, I think. So I will meet you guys tomorrow at, I'm going to guess, 2:30 Eastern time, whatever that is your time. And we will then wrap this up, I have a feeling. And then we're going to decide what we want to play next week. Also, next week there is no... next week there isn't going to be any weekend gaming because... it's going to be the American Thanksgiving holiday. I am going to be traveling. I really racked my brain. I was like, do I want to travel or not want to travel? Ultimately, I am going to travel, but I'm going to be as careful as I can be. I do not have the global pandemic inside me, and I do have a lot of things to mitigate that. I'm going to be wearing very, very good mask. I'm going to be washing my hands all the time. I'm going to be using alcohol wipes and everything. And I'm only going to be staying at my parents' house. My parents don't have the thing either. I'm not going to be going out or anything, but it's just going to be that transition period that I'm going to be crossing my fingers on. I'm going to be not bringing any luggage or anything, so no one's going to be handling my stuff. I'll be handling my stuff the whole time. I'll just have a backpack and I'll have all my clothes in it. So I am confident I'm going to be okay. But we'll meet up tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, whatever that is your time. And until then, have a fantastic day.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.